Okay, so let's begin with like due to human, they are the social animal, and the concept of the social animal is human can survive by forming in a group of people and need to be live related to connect each other in order to create a herd group and create to be the society for the next. But why human have to be live in society? We have about three main factors about that. But the first factor is due to humans have a longer growth period than any other animal, so humans have to live with their parents to grow up for more than 10 years, which they have to be lived to help each other in society. The second factor is due to humans want to control the nature and the surrounding as they want. So human creating the tools and they helping each other in order to make the surroundings change they want. For example, like they making the agriculture field, they're making a residence, a society, and it can be the country as well. And the final factor is about due to humans have been lived for more than 10,000 BCs, so humans have they passed their culture, their thinking, their norm into be longer for more generation. And and about the thinking concept mindset can be passed from the past until now in both verbal and non-verbal language. But how they pass about it? They pass about in some tools like the stories, the picture, which anything process that they use for communication into the narrating the content. And this process is story. And the process of telling the story is storytelling. So what is the storytelling? Let's thinking about concept. Storytelling is the process of narrating content or story to the target audience or target customers, which it have a role on communicating in society or conveying by, it can be personal experience, knowledge or content, imagine stories, for example, like tales of mythology as well. Which storytelling have an aim on provide an audience with an understand on what the tellers want to tell or convey. So the audience must have a feeling or following up with the emotional to our story or content as well, which the purpose is on. Audience can remember on our stories and then they can talk our story or share the impression to the others. Some people maybe think that story is have only have a role on telling the tales to the children, but it's not. Storytelling can be used in the nowadays business as also, which in the today business they have used storytelling for about two main purposes. For the first one is about the business strategy, which is we will talk about the brand marketing strategy, which the brand marketing process is storytelling. They aim on communicating brand, products, and service to the customer, which have a purpose on customer will be easy to understand in the both brand image and brand value, which this process mostly popular used in advertising, public relation process, and product campaign. And it can be adapted to some business plan as well in order to be make to be more motivated engagement to be make brand connected to the consumers. For example, like in the right picture, you will see the storytelling canvas from the standard. It, it can be implied that these storytelling tools can be used to help the business improve their brand image or brand value in order to be more engagement to a customer as well. And about some the purpose of the storytelling, not only about the motivating or create the connection between brand, product, service to the customers, but it can make consumers be remember on our brand and connected to use our product or service again. So it is maybe like more theory. Let's head to the practical one. Here's the great example for bring storytelling to the brand image. In the right picture, you will see the Thai example of Thai life insurance video commercial advertisement. So Thai life insurance have used story concept on make consumers feel emotional on their brands, and then they're going to insert their brand concept so that the consumers will can remember the Thai life insurance brand, and later the consumer will be interested in use their product and service in the future. For the second process of the storytelling is mostly used on presentation process, but I think will be called on the marketing communication will be more clear. So about the marketing communication process, this process will be used on explain people on about what we are going to work or what we are going to present. It can be applied not only on the teaching materials, but can be improved into be some personal training course too. For example, like in the right picture, you will see the picture of the storytelling for business course from Thammasat University in Skill Lane. It can be estimated that more people going to interested about storytelling in the marketing communication process for sure. And also it can be applied to the public speakings too. For example, like in nowadays we have some public conference speaking, which is called TED Talk, in order to be idea more word spreadings. So storytelling can, as storytelling theory, like in the right hand side, it can be used to improve the customer or bring more engagement too. And here's the rationale about the using of Japanese cartoon in Thailand entertainment media. So let's talk about the Japanese cartoon. It is like the part of both book and video media that can be have grown popularity in worldwide culture, especially in the USA and the Asian region. So, but for the Asian region, if we talk about Thailand, Japanese cartoon have like been infiltrated in Thailand mass media culture and pop culture for more than 56 years through the books, posters, television, and toys. And it also have been part of responsible for shaping values and ideas for children for all over the period. So, and in nowadays, cartoons are not only influence on children, but also affect in the influence on the present business or entertainment sector as well. For example, like from the research on advertising and animation from Cook and Thompson 2019, it it says that the advert it says that about the advertising animation are used all over the decade with combined on the storytelling in order to make consumers feel connect to our brand. So the impact for the Japanese cartoon in Thailand society, it can sometimes it have a role on Thai social context too. For example, like the debating in topic about the pros and cons of cartoon. Some sides say cartoon is youth intoxication. It contains for non-essential content and some content is not inappropriate for children and if deserves to be banned. But on the other side, they says that cartoon they motivate children to love their reading. And it also insert for some cultures or manner that some cartoons are useful to children growth mindset and children thinking for the future. For about the problem in research background, it says that the successful for some case of Japanese cartoon, they highlight that cartoon is just one type of entertainment media, like movies or series. It can be also adapted in the business marketing strategy and about the tourist promotion as well in both public and private sectors. It can create an impact in cultures due to the soft power of pop culture and create a customer satisfaction by value to the through the storytelling and the character. And this already have been done proof in Japanese and USA. So I think the Thailand entertainment media or business company can be also adapt in some of the case studies through storytelling to cartoon or character into the marketing strategy as well. For about the research gap, I have about three main research gap. For the first one is about studying on the meaning of and the structure of storytelling, including how to use it in Thailand cartoon entertainment media in order to aid the business segments. The second gap is about using storytelling to use both public and private sectors in the business strategies and marketing tool. And the third gap is about the value added in brand, products, and service, and also influencing consumer by using storytelling through tools through the cartoon business. For about the research question, it can estimate that storytelling become more and more popular in now business sectors, and some people are become more interested about the storytelling tools, lessons, and course, which they can be adapted to their practical application in daily life. So how can storytelling use cartoon entertainment media be applied as a business marketing strategy in Thailand? About the aim and objective, for about the research aim we going to aim on an investigation into opportunity that may be accessed in both public and private sectors for storytelling by using cartoon entertainment media to play a role or be incorporated into general business strategies in order to create the brand value. And the second about the research objective will be about two main objectives. The first one is about to explore theories and knowledge on how storytelling can be used in business marketing strategy. And the second objective is about to examine how storytelling can create business value in consumers' engagement between brand, product, service to the customer, with a particular reference to the use of cartoon stories and character. For the about all of research objective, we're going to about the main basic methodologies, which about the secondary data will be on literature review, on case studies, business project, and comparative evidence. And primary data will be on the in-depth interview with some experts or the real business owner about marketing strategies, which is going to be served for to expect result in the future. Oh, okay. About the independent studies research scope or the literature review, I'm going to be separate the topic about 5 topics. The first topic is about the concept and background of the storytelling, which can be separated content into definition and theory of storytelling and the current application and using of storytelling. The second one is about example of content and story analysis, which have an aim on that to criticize that how each story can be inserted for some theory and some thinking concept inside that, and how it or how the theory can be referred to be helped to aid in the first one. And the third one is about storytelling for business strategy, which can be separated into 2 main factors, which is storytelling for brand marketing and storytelling for marketing communication, and then combined with some related research. The fourth one is about the value add in the business from storytelling, which have to be aimed on about the same face-to-face understand consumer communication and about the additional value in brand, product, and service, combined with some related research as well. Finally, which about the cartoon industries in Thailand, which going to be about the history of Japanese cartoon and the cartoon entertainment media in Thailand in both business and social context. Yeah. Okay, for about the independent study research framework, we're gonna be going to the main topic about the storytelling, which is gonna be separate into both theory and application. About the theory part, we're gonna be most aim on the about the literature review in order to be to the first objective, which is explore theory and knowledge on how storytelling using in business strategies. And about the storytelling application, we are going to not only do the literature review, but also on the case studies on cartoon analysis, business marketing strategy, and value add in business, which we are going to literature review and in-depth interview as well, which are going to suit the second objective, which is about examine on how storytelling can create business value in customer engagement between brand, product, service, and customer with some particular reference. About the research methodologies, we are going to have the 2 main methodologies, which is the first one about case study analysis, which going to review on the case study, business project, and comparative evidence in the topic about background and concept of storytelling, the case study analysis, the storytelling in marketing via case studies, the value add in business, and also about the Japanese cartoon. And the second one is about main on in-depth interview. I'm going to in-depth interview about to some cartoon club executives, business experts, professional on marketing, or the TED Talk, some of the TED Talk project manager or creating advertising agency. Estimate maybe about 10 people about the how storytelling are going to use in business and apply in both theory and application. And interested about eye-catching trends, the value of storytelling to consumers, and adaptation into the real business. Here to find some conceptual framework in September to December. Moving to the next one with this time proposal presentation on January. Next, we are going to do the qualitative data, which is about in-depth interview with experts or project managers to gaining data about the storytelling. But and if maybe it can be insert to some questionnaire survey as well. In order to be great understand about topic and its potential. Next, going to the content analysis and summary about the independent studies topic in May, and finally submitted the independent studies report on June. Finally, on the expected outcome, we have 2 main outcomes for these studies. The first one is about 2 studies, the details and knowledge about power of storytelling and how it can be combined with cartoon entertainment media in order to help increase the appeal of financial returns in business marketing in Thailand. And the final outcome is about to find a new interest advertising or public relations strategies that going to advertising industry or agency, which can be continue using in the real case, or it can be applied to be teaching materials or to the other segments of customers. And here's my some of reference for this research. And it is the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, many thanks.
Thank you. So now let's take some questions and comments from the committee. So Isaac, since you're here and you turn on your microphone, so please get the honor to get started.
Right. Well, many thanks. I just had the internet play out, so I'm on mobile just now, so having to be very flexible. Okay, Bam Bam, there's a question I just realized when I saw your presentation just now. So you're looking at Japanese cartoon characters as the inspiration for your work. To what extent have they been used for marketing for individual businesses within Japan? I know you've given the incidents of the Olympics, etc., that have been used as characters. Have they been used in more general businesses that you know about?
About their mostly they are using like on their mascot, or they depend on like they have to be criticized for about the future for some cartoon, that which cartoon have to be are proper for doing the business, which cartoon is not proper. For example, for some case studies in the 2000 that Dragon Ball have, you know, the Japanese cartoon named Dragon Ball, they are arriving in the USA, but in the USA normally cartoon is not popular due to there's not suit to their culture and their country. But Dragon Ball is like one of the first cartoon that suit in their country due to about the mixing culture inside of them, and about like some key point that going to be attractive to the culture of other countries. So if it depends on like
you're freezing on me just now.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay, so yeah, I've got you back now. Okay.
I know that I'm freezing or you're freezing. Maybe I'm.
Well, whatever. Okay, yes. So I just lost about the last couple of minutes of what you were saying there, Bam Bam.
Oh, I'm going to say that like mostly they are going to use the cartoon as like the brand ambassador or brand mascot. So but for the European, maybe for the European or Western Union have most perspective about that. About some culture can be inserted to the globalization as well. First, I like the impact from the cartoon to the region is mostly attractive to the Asian region due to like like I said, that Japanese cartoon may be more suitable for Asian region culture.
And how do you see this developing? How many what particular business types do you think are going to benefit from this, or do you have examples from Japan of any particular business types and the kind of characters that they're taking on board?
If to the real case in Japan, they have a nature that they can bring every cartoon to be their mascot in order to be attractive, like not only for some event business but also like in the tourism as well. For example, like in the past few years they have tsunami in Japan, right? Tsunami that can causing about the atomic factory to be like mostly explode, but they have to be build a mascot which is like the black bear in order to be more engagement and more people to be go go travel into that location. And they are to like sold their license in order to be do for some commercial purposes. Like this is like just only for Japan, but like for some Thailand campaign, like using storytelling by combining with cartoon, it can be benefit like from make some content or some content or some media to doing some project, make it to be like attractive or easy to understand.
Right.
Like some of the public project that they are going to like make some hard content to be easy to understand. For example, like some project from the public sectors.
Mhm. Okay, and with this, with the development yourself, are you thinking more of actual Japanese characters being used, or Japanese style characters being used, or new characters being developed? What are you particularly thinking of?
Pardon? You mean like some characters have been used and developed, right?
Right. I mean, with the idea that you have in using cartoon story characters, are you thinking more of using established ones, or are you also thinking of bringing on board new characters?
Let's say that like some characters have to be brought from the country, from Japanese country, in order to be using for the commercial, but I think it can be combined like in order like some Thai from public sectors, they want to do some
Mm,
He
they want
freezing,
to
isn't
be
it?
content.
yeah.
Can you repeat a couple of last sentence again?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes. Now.
I'm going to say that if we are going to use the actual Japanese character into the campaign, maybe it's quite hard for that because they have the process on licensing the product. But I'm going to say that we can bring the research that like bring the animation combined with animation character combined with storytelling to the make about the communication process to the consumers. For example, like the do for example, for one case study from the Ohana ice cream homemade, they just let's say in practical, they just the shop that selling the coconut ice cream, but they are using some storytelling and character into this process. For example, like make the content into the social media that make people to be more engagement and easy to understand, uh, and they are going to make some product campaign or the brand campaign in order to be gain for more customer interest, and which can be similar to the barbecue plaza, which they are going to make some avatars, which is that we know the Barbican, the mascot in front of the barbecue plaza. They are going to be like some of representative of the brand that can be more engagement to customer as well.
Okay, many thanks. Right, I will pass over to the other Ajahns just now. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So since Ajahn Gop, are you okay with giving the
โอเค
comments?
เสร็จแล้วนะคะ Okay, the first in the introduction research นะแบม explain the contribution of the storytelling in the variety business, but not yet to link the cartoon animate and business strategy. And why should to study this topic? How will it be useful and why impact to managerial implication นะคะช่วยลิงก์ให้อาจารย์หน่อยนะลูกเนาะแบมแบมเรคคอร์ดไปไหมลูกหนูเรคคอร์ดคอมเมนต์ไว้ไหมคะ
มีเรคคอร์ดไว้อยู่แล้วครับ
โอเคดีค่ะ Okay, the
let's
second
say
ค่ะ
okayครับ let's say like actually I want to be focused about the storytelling and how to be story into business, but the cartoon character is like how to be the scope down. If just only talk about the storytelling, the topic for me will be wide. About the cartoon character or the cartoon character will be, I choose the Japanese one because one, the Japanese cartoon character or the Japanese cartoon is going to be related on our region more than the Western cartoon. The second one is about like mostly the cartoon can be used like for the brand ambassador or the brand representative, which can be help on like more engagement, like aim on customer engagement to be customer to be like more attractive to our brand product and service. Like I said about the avatar one or ambassador one. But storytelling is have like a better one due to like it not just only about the customer engagement, but it can increasing the value and communication as well. So I don't for actually I want to be improved to be the public sectors because like they are not quite have to be bringing on this one, but if like but most of my literature review will be on the project creating or the private sectors, so it can be applied to the mostly on private sectors ครับ
โอเคได้ค่ะ Okay, the second I found that the mismatch between the research gap and the research objectives. In the research gap indicated using storytelling tools as a business strategy and marketing tool. But the objective of the research stated that to exploit knowledge on how storytelling is used in the business marketing strategy. Bam should point in the same point and the same direction นะคะ business strategy, marketing strategies, and marketing tools have different meaning. For example,
so I will use for the super.
Okay, for example, business strategy like cost leadership strategy, differentiation strategy, or niche strategy. For the marketing strategies, including product strategies such as line extension, brand extension, new brand, multi-brand extension strategy, and additional it may be including pricing strategies, channel strategy, promotional strategy, product positioning strategy, or customer engagement strategy, something like that. And the last one for the marketing tool strategies. Bam may have known the word of integrated marketing communication or INC. It is the same meaning, no? The marketing tool strategies such as advertising, public relation, sales promotion, event marketing, and direct marketing. So what the research has written may be too broad. มันกว้างมากนะ Bam should select only one thing that you want to study between business strategy, marketing strategy, or marketing tools. After that นะเลือกก่อนเลือกเสร็จ after that you should be specific the scope that you want to study. For example, if you want to study the marketing strategy, you should be more specific about your marketing strategy such as the storytelling from cartoon animate, for advertising, for brand awareness ก็ได้ for top of mind through cartoon brand ambassador, for online brand communication, for building brand image or product positioning, something like that นะคะเลือกก่อน
This is about the marketing strategy or business strategy ไหมครับ
เมื่อกี้ที่อาจารย์พูดเป็น marketing strategy นะคะมันมี3อันที่แบมเขียนในรายงานนะคะ1 business strategy 2 marketing strategy 3 marketing tools 3ตัวนี้ไม่เหมือนกันนะคะแบมนั้นให้แบมไปเลือกว่า objective ของงานนี้ต้องการที่จะโฟกัสไปที่ประโยชน์เพื่อ business strategy marketing strategies หรือ marketing tools ที่อาจารย์ยกตัวอย่างนะคะอาจารย์ยกตัวอย่างให้ทั้ง3แบบเลยเนาะอีกทีเนาะถ้าเป็น business นะคะถ้าเป็น business strategy กลยุทธ์ธุรกิจใหญ่ภาพใหญ่เลยภาพกว้างใหญ่ใช่ไหมคะภาพใหญ่เช่น cost leadership strategy Toyota Way เนาะ Toyota ใช้ cost leadership strategy เนาะ Southwest Airlines ใช้ cost leadership strategy Tesco Lotus เขาใช้ cost leadership strategy นะคะ differentiation strategy กลยุทธ์สร้างความแตกต่างเช่น Apple เนาะนะคะแบรนด์ Apple อย่างเงี้ยนะคะหรือเป็น niche marketing strategies เนาะอย่างเช่นกล้อง GoPro เนี่ยเป็น niche strategy นะคะทีนี้ถ้าเป็น marketing strategy ก็จะเจาะเฉพาะเรื่อง marketing including อะไรบ้างเนาะ product strategy นะคะหรือ pricing strategy channel strategy promotional strategy ก็ได้หรือจะเป็นพวกengagement strategy นะคะbrand awareness อย่างเงี้ยก็ถือว่าเป็น marketing strategy นะคะfor the last one คือ marketing tools คือ IMC หรือ IMC นะคะ integrated marketing communication นะคะก็ advertising นะคะ public relation sales promotion event marketing direct marketing นะคะพวกนี้เป็น marketing tools หนูก็ไปเลือกว่าหนูต้องการศึกษาอะไรนะคะพอหนูเลือกเสร็จนะคะ after that you should be specific the scope that you want to study เนาะนะคะเช่นนะคะ if you want to study the marketing strategy เนาะ you choose to be more specific about your marketing strategy เลย such as the storytelling from cartoon animate for advertising for brand awareness ก็ได้ for top of mind through cartoon brand ambassador ก็ได้หรือ for online brand communication building brand image ก็ได้ or product positioning ก็ได้นะคะโอเคนะต่อไป in the second ค่ะ
โอเคครับsorry
โอเคต่อไป in the second of the literature review นะคะแบบ in the literature review เนาะแบบ should be example for one Thai business case that have used cartoon to use in the business for successful business storytelling นะคะ moreover in the chapter 2 any issue unrelated to the research I recommend to delete such as in the topic Japanese cartoon and being accused from society อะไรที่ไม่เกี่ยวก็ตัดทิ้งได้นะคะบางเรื่องดูขยันทำเยอะมากเยี่ยมมากขยันอะไรแต่บางประเด็นถ้าไม่เป็นไรหรอกถ้าสมมุติอะไรที่มันพอหนูไปโฟกัสประเด็นที่จะศึกษาแล้วอะไรที่มันไม่เกี่ยวกับที่หนูตัดออกได้เลยนะคะเนาะแล้วก็เมื่อกี้หนูคุยกับอาจารย์ท่านหนูพูดเรื่องบาร์บีคิวพาซ่าอย่างเงี้ยดีมากเลยอาจารย์อยากให้หนูใส่ case study ของ Thai business ที่ใช้คาร์ทูนเข้ามาเป็นแบรนด์ ambassador ก็ได้หรือมาทำการตลาดหรืออย่างที่อาจารย์เจอคืออาจารย์ชอบไอ้เนี่ยลูกโทฟูซังใช้การ์ตูนเล่าเรื่องบนแพ็กเกจจิ้งแล้วก็สามารถที่จะมาสื่อสารกับคอน sumer ให้คอน sumer เข้าถึง product เข้าใจง่ายอะไรอย่างเงี้ยนี่น่ารักมากกรณีนี้ก็ใส่เขียนเข้าไปในบทที่2เพิ่มนะลูกเนาะก็จะสมบูรณ์ได้ perfect เลยนะคะต่อไปเป็นเรื่องของ methodology research นะลูกเนาะโอเคfor the first page เลยแบม should start by writing to inform reader that this research is a qualitative research ต้องเขียนบอก
yes it's a qualitative research
โอเคแล้วก็for the figure 3.1 that is not the research framework นะคะ but it seems to be a research process if it is a research conceptual framework no it must specify the scope of research related to independent variables and dependent variables no under the theory no then you will study like a cartoon anime storytelling effect to customer engagement หรืออาจจะเป็นcartoon anime storytelling effect to brand positioning after that you when you have a specific conceptual framework no please add the literature review that relate to the variable that you study whether anyone has previously studied or not they study with a qualitative research or quantitative research and did result also support your research as well ไหมนะคะคือในความเข้าใจอาจารย์เนาะไอ้ภาพที่หนูเขียนภาพ 3.1 มันดูเป็นแบบกระบวนการทำงานของหนูทั้งเล่มเลยซึ่งไม่ได้ผิดมันเป็น process นะลูกแต่ถ้าเป็น framework โทษทีนะลูกน้องหมาจะแป๊บนึงนะ
no it's okay ครับ it's okay ครับ
โมจิเอากดออก
Ajahn Isaac, she's gonna bring the dog. You want to bring your cat here?
Sorry, say that again, Ben. I lost some of the details there.
Okay. Okay, you ต่อได้เลยครับ
โอเค conceptual framework เนาะจะเป็น conceptual framework ก็จะเป็นrelated to the variables dependent and independent variables นะ effect
โอเคครับ
แล้วก็in the section of in-depth interview design แบบwere separate into 3 target groups นะคะ
yes yes
okay of this point is choose also specify why it has to be separate into 3 groups lah and for what reason such as in the literature review for that the conducting an in-depth interview to be effectiveness it must be divided into 3 groups with different level something like that เนาะ as well as in the in-depth interview 7 participants ใช่ไหมคะ 7 participants เนาะ you must also reference นะ that these 7 participants are suitable and it can be reliable sample that can represent the all of Thai company ไหมshould be reference ด้วยนะคะค่ะโอเคจันพูดให้หมดก่อนเนาะเดี๋ยวเราค่อยคุยกันเนาะโอเค
ได้ครับได้ครับ
โอเคแล้วก็you should specific and clarify the company that you select to the in-depth interview sample. Why do you select this company? Madam can explain that this company has successfully used the cartoon anime storytelling study for the business blah 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 เนาะก็อธิบายไปทำไมเลือกบริษัทนั้นมาเป็นตัวอย่างนะคะ and okay the next for the divisions of executive and employee into the same group and the same question ใช่ไหมคะมี executive and employee เนาะนะกลุ่มเดียวกันแต่ว่าเป็น the same question the question maybe have to be different เนาะbecause the point of view of management maybe think of different strategy from the employee and also if you want to interview employee you should specify why what level of employees ด้วยเพราะ employee ก็มีทั้ง operational staff practical staff management staff หรือว่าจะต้องระบุ level หน่อยนะคะ
let me I just want to say to like say this one before actually in the last semester Ajahn that teach me about the research methodology she give us homework to do some preliminary research club so I have separated into 3 groups already which is about the first one is the executive or the company that use cartoon character for the storytelling that's use cartoon character for the company. The second one is about the business that maybe not use cartoon character, but they use the storytelling as a tool. And the third one is about the perspective from academic one, not practical one. So I just want to support for your comment that the perspective from the executive and the staff is totally different.
Okay. Okay, and last one. The second question of in-depth interview. The topic focus on the consumer relation perspective between brand and consumer as related to consumer behavior, no? Both before during the COVID-19 pandemic and as a result of digital disruption, right? This question is not related to cartoon animate storytelling, no? But it's question that survey consumer behavior during COVID, which you did not write in the introduction and the objective research. Don't forget to remind the research objective and the scope of conceptual framework, no? Which must be question related to independent and dependent variable ด้วยลูกถ้าหนูจะศึกษาconsumer behavior ตรงนี้หนูต้องกลับไปเขียนบทที่1กับ2กับ research objective ด้วยนะคะ
โอเคครับขอบคุณครับ
ได้ค่ะไม่งั้นก็ตัดออกก็ได้ข้อนี้ไม่เป็นไรนะคะ
โอเคครับ
เรียบร้อยมีแค่นี้ค่ะอาจารย์มีพิมพ์เนื้อหาสรุปไว้เดี๋ยวอาจารย์ส่งให้หนูด้วยส่วนตัวด้วยหมายถึงว่าที่อาจารย์คอมเมนต์อาจารย์ทำไว้ให้ด้วยนะคะโอเคแค่นี้นอกนั้นดีค่ะหัวข้อชอบไม่ต้องเปลี่ยนเลยทำงานละเอียด
ขอบคุณ
ค่ะขอบคุณที่ปรึกษาด้วยที่ทำให้อาจารย์อ่านรายงานด้วยความสนุกแล้วก็อาจารย์แอบคิดว่าเฮ้ยขโมยหัวข้อเด็กไปทำการวิจัยดีไหมเนี่ยน่าสนใจมากดีมากค่ะชอบค่ะ
Okay, thank you so
ขอบ
much
คุณ
ค
อา
รับ
จารย์
for
นิดด้ว
both
ย
อาจารย์ไอแซคand อาจารย์วรินท
ค่ะ
ร์ไทยครับ
ค่ะขอบคุณแบมแบมขอบคุณอาจารย์นิดค่ะ
Thank you very much,
Thank you very much
Ajahn
ค่ะ
Goff. So it's a very insightful comments for you to, I think it's kind of help you scoping down your work quite a lot, actually. Even further, Isaac, would you want to add something to, or if not, well, we can kick him out temporarily.
Okay, it's okay, sir.
Up to you. Isaac, you want to have anything to add it?
I would say, Bam Bam, just you've had some really detailed feedback given to you just now to help you go and scope down, which is brilliant. Really think on the feedback that you've been given and think about what aspects of that most interest you as well. Think about the ones that most appeal to you, because if you can focus on that, it can give even greater depth to what you're doing and make your research as much fun as possible. So, you've had a really good amount of feedback on that. Take that all on board and think what really resonates with you and what you're wanting to get out of your research just now. Okay, so that is the main thing. So that's it, basically. I think we can kick him out now.
Yeah. Oh, but before I kick him out, let me
Okay,
ask
thank
you
you.
quickly, Bam Bam. Let me ask you quickly. Since Ajahn Goff suggests like you choose, one of the three. So it either business strategies, market strategies, or marketing tools. So which one would you choose? And so that we all been informed and whether we can comment whether it fit with the scope of your work or not. So yeah, which one would you choose?
So let's say just kick the first one first, the business strategy. Like I have consulted you that I'm focused on marketing, but Ajahn Goff have be talking about the niche marketing or IMC, right? I think the niche marketing will be more suitable for my research, because like after I reading for some information about niche marketing is gonna be suit about for some communication, which going to be suit for my consumer relation between brand and consumers too,ครับ
Okay, you choose a niche marketing strategy, right?
โอเคครับ
Okay.
What do you think,
ได้ค่ะ
Ajahn Goff? So it's
ได้
is
ค่ะ
it okay? Okay.
ได้เลยดีค่ะดีค่ะ
if think that is not suitable, you can tell me directly.
โอเค
Okay. So great. So okay. So we have a consensus among the committees,
Okay.
and we decided to give you the pass without condition. Without condition.
Thank you so much.
But
Thank you too. Thank
but
you so much.
you still need to be focused on your work and also still trying to scope down your work, and it needs to reflect in the 3 chapters that you have submit as well. So you definitely
you
need to
mean like
revise
you mean like the current 3 chapters or the next 3 chapters?
the current 3 chapters. It need to be
okay.
revised so that it's reflect what will be the focus of your work as well in terms of the literature reviews and methodology. So all the points that Ajahn Goff have point out, it's very important. You need to address all of that.
Totally important,ครับ
Yes. So congratulations.
Congratulations.
The two committee, you want to add anything? Any comments or suggestions?
I just have curious on one thing,ครับ
Yeah, you can ask us.
After the improvement to all of your comments, is my independent studies going to develop to be thesis? Because like I think the point that to insert that like about for some conceptual framework, for some theory, I think like wow, my independent studies will be like have lots of detail about that.
Yeah, it's so now the student is choosing whether they want to do the independent study or doing thesis, and they ask me what is the difference. To me, it's
what is different?
It's not much different. So why wouldn't you do the thesis anyway? So, but I think this is almost to the quality of the thesis. I mean, this is my personal opinion, but you can push it up to the thesis if you want to, because it has a clear methodology and everything. But if you still want to keep it as an independent study, that's fine as well. So
I think I will keep it as an independent studies because like it is like quite guaranteed that I will graduate for sure. Independent studies
that might not be the case.
It sounds like my better mental condition, sir.
Then that would be the case. But you know, we because we evaluated based on the quality of your work, you know, not whether it's a IS or thesis. So it's entirely depending on the quality of your work.
Okay. Thank you so much, Kap. So let อาจารย์ Isaac อาจารย์ Varinampai for the comment ครับ
Congratulations นะคะ
ขอบคุณครับ
ขอบคุณค่ะขอบคุณอาจารย์นิดด้วยนะคะ
If you have any additional comment you can talk me ครับ
Yeah. Oh, I can chat with you later, Bam Bam. Just basic thing is enjoy what you do, take on board the feedback that you got. Believe it or not, we're trying to simplify it for you.
Yes.
Okay.
You may think
exactly.
But we're trying to get you to focus down on something that you can be good at, that is really going to help you with your study. So there you go.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, thank you so much, Kap. Thank you so much for อาจารย์ Net อาจารย์ Isaac and อาจารย์ Varinampai.
So congratulations and thank you very much for your time for all of the committee. Nice to meet you, ค่ะอาจารย์กอล์ฟ and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to all of you เช่นกัน
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ
ขอบคุณ
สวัสดี
ค่ะ
ปีใหม่ค่ะ
สวัสดีครับสวัสดีปีใหม่ครับ